Moira has scored to tie up this game here.
Oh, yes!
Hello and welcome back to another episode as part of the Pacific Pursuit, and welcome back to Nagoya, where in today's episode we have got two games coming up. The first against Shonan, who are currently in the J1 League. Shonan Bellmare, as you can see there. We'll be playing against them, and then after that we go and play against Nagasaki. It's an away day for us today. We come up against a very good J1 team and then a very good J2 team. If we get results in these games, then it's the fifth round of the Emperor's Cup for us. We've already made it into the last 16, which is quite impressive, but if we go on and win this game, we're into a quarter final, and if we can go and beat Nagasaki, we will go 5 points clear at the top of the J1 League. Incredible result if we can go and do that. We'll get that underway shortly. In terms of how it's gone recently for us, we can go and take a look. Where was it where we left it? Was it the Yamaguchi game? Yeah, it was. So we've had 3 wins, or 2 wins, and then a draw in the league. A big win against Minapea, as you can see here. It was 4 goals from Nakashima that decided that game. A loss against Akita. It was awful. It was an awful game for us. You know, we had a red card, injuries, lots of injuries going into that game, and injuries picked up in the game. We had not very rested players. It was just not a good game. It's whatever at the end of the day. We don't concede 4 goals very often. We haven't as of yet. And then we got a 4-2 win after that, a 2-1 win in the game leading up to this, and now we're going to the 2 games for this, the one in the cup and the one in the league. We'll get straight into that. Some interesting things to note are a lot of international jobs are becoming available, particularly the South Korea job. It's in danger at the moment, and they had a good few last few international breaks, as you can see here, but they have quite a few tough games coming up, particularly going into November. When's the next Asian? Has the Asian Cup already passed? I think it may have already passed, but thinking ahead for a few years' time to hold that job for a few years could be important. As you can see there, they lost in the second round. 2028 is when we want to win the Asian Cup, so we need to prepare for that accordingly, and if that job comes up, we will definitely go on and take it. It's been mentioned a few times, and now it's getting to a point where we really start to consider getting that job. Let's get straight into it. The first game of the day, it's to the Emperor's Cup, where we play against Shonan. So the team for this game against Shonan will have to go full strength. It's going to be a tough one, but hopefully we can come away with the result. We have no Thales. He's left the club in this transfer window, which is a bit of a shame. But the team for it starts with Fujita in goal, backline of Igawa, Fuji, Tatsuta and Auto. Fuji has just returned from his loan spell. He was one of those players who was out on loan for some reason in Belgium, but yeah, he returns to the club and slots in at centre back. We've got a back line, or midfield I should say, of Milan, Lima and Moira, Morishima on the left, Maeda on the right and Nakashima on 23 goals up top. As the two teams get ready here, we're going to get underway against Shonan. It's going to be a good game. I have turned down the audio, by the way, the game audio. I realised it has been quite loud, so obviously I'll have to see if it is in a bit of a position. Obviously still experimenting. We've got the webcam order, which is looking very nice over there. I think bottom left is probably the way to go. The only real issue we have with it is when we're announcing the teams, you can't see like the goalkeeper in the back line, but if that's the biggest issue we have, then I guess it's not a massive one at the end of the day. I think the webcam's in a nice location here, so it probably will stay. You know, we've got a big game for some of these players. You know, even if we're not here next year, it's a big game. Here's Nakashima. He's in behind. Can he get his 24th goal of the season? He just puts it wide. Rare of him to miss from there. You can see what he was trying to do, but it wasn't pulled off in the end. If he can get have a big game here, you know, we might attract the eyes of a few big clubs, and we like to keep him ideally. The transfer window is currently open. That's why Thales has left. It's a shame he's left, really. But I guess it's just how it's gone at the end of the day. A few other people have left who've kind of wanted to get out free transfers. Nakashima's in behind here once again, has the shot, and he's hit the crossbar. So close to getting an opening goal here. We've been all over this Shonan team, and if we can get to a quarter final, that's a big result for us. Big result. We'll have to see. We've been good in the opening moments of this game. It looks like Yuri Lima has picked up a bit of a knock. If we can have a good game here, that would be good for boosting our reputation and helping us going forward into trying to move up into the, wherever we go next, whether it's the J1 League, the K1 League, somewhere else. There is Thalers. He's actually scored for his new club. He's gone to Kashima, who are a J1 team. I don't know what his playing time is. We can go and take a look here. He's been agreed to a squad player, so is it really a step up for him? I don't know. I would have liked to have kept him because he wasn't a half bad player. I mean, you can see his stats here for yourself. 13 goals and assists in 20 league games. He was really good, really good. He was never in my plans initially, but he kind of forced his way into the team, and it turned out to be really good. So it's a shame we have to lose a player like that, but at the end of the day, what can we do? Here's Shonan on the attack. Their first real chance of the game. They've not been on the attack that much. Moira puts a foot in, and he does enough to win it back. He's getting back there. He's been an incredible servant, 57 years of age, and this is the role we want him to play. He just picks up that ball, provides the option. He's made his move now, so he doesn't have to run on the ball, and the other player lost the ball, which is a shame, but he's doing his bit here. He's been a real servant in this team at 57 years of age, doing the hard yards to try and win the ball back. We'll have to go a bit more positive in this game. It's Shonan on the attack. They find themselves on the ball. We're sitting really deep here, kind of setting up almost with a two striker. I don't know why we're not covering this left side. Morishima nowhere to be seen apparently. I think he's come a little bit inside here, as you can see there. That's a bit of a mistake at the back, and that is 1-0 here to Shonan. I think we need to go make a few changes because the injuries are not looking too good for us at the moment. Ortolov, I want to bring him. I'll put Tatsuta on top right side, and then we bring on Karazura. We'll have to swap a few of these guys around. I want to put Igor onto that left side. He can do a good job there. I have realised here's Milan on the ball. Can he look to go and advance it now? Where do we go? He goes back to Fuji at the back. Mount Fuji, that's his name. He must be named after his surname. Must have been carried to do with Mount Fuji. That's always nice. Yesterday's thumbnail was the Emperor's Cup on the on Mount Fuji. That's what we'll have to probably climb. It's going to be a tough one, almost like climbing Mount Fuji, but it's going to be an interesting one to see how we do. 60 minutes gone in this game. Are we going to crash out of the Emperor's Cup, or is there a final chance in this game for us to go and tie it back up as we find ourselves on the ball? Fujita in possession. He returns to the squad after being out with a bit of an injury. Fuji now on the ball. He'll go into Tatsuta at right back. Maeda now. Can he play in someone? He finds Yoshida. Can he play King Kazu? Nakashima. Yoshida might go all the way into King Kazu, and he just puts it wide there. Should have taken his time really. I think he's panicked a bit there because he knows he might not have been able to advance it as much, but it's a good chance. It is a good chance for us. He hasn't put up incredible numbers, 5 goals and assists there in the league, but for a 57-year-old, what can we expect from him? He's not been the worst player. His technical ability is clear there, and he does what we ask of him really at the end of the day. We'll go and offer our final words of encouragement. There's not really many changes we can do. I think we probably bring Nakashima off for Yamada. He's good off the bench in getting goals. Is there a final chance in this game for us? We'll go and offer some more encouragement. 5 minutes left in normal time. Can we get a goal to tie it up and send us to, I assume, extra time? I don't know what it would be. It could either be extra time or just straight to penalties. Here's Yoshida into Moira. He's cutting in. Can he have the shot? King Kazu! He scores to tie up this game against J1 opposition. Kazu Moira has scored to tie up this game here, and we are going the distance with a J1 team. Incredible from King Kazu. He just cuts in and scores an absolutely incredible goal. Just cuts in and just finishes it into that bottom corner. There's a final chance here for Shonan. We need to do our last bit of defending. It's floating around. We've got it clear only as far as another Shonan player. Surely not. Surely not. Can we even win it back? Maybe go and start a counter-attack. Not by the looks of it. Bit of last-ditch defending required from us. It's to this right side, over the top. There's a square ball that might go in, and the shot does go in. There's a flag up. There is a flag up. I thought there was a flag, but it has been disallowed there, as you can see. We will be going to either extra time or penalties. It is extra time. That's really annoying because we don't have any changes we can make. We can bring on defender, but apart from that, we've had a rest period, which is good obviously, but we are really struggling in terms of energy. And just in general, it's really, I've said this multiple times, this league is relentless. So much games we have to play, and going into extra time in a tie like this is not going to do us too much favours, but we are here to win it now at this point. Let's see how we do. King Kazu with an incredible goal. We've got fresh legs on in attack. We've obviously brought off Nakashima. Here's Moira now. Can he play in Yamada? The sub over the top. The shot's going to go in. Yamada. Have it. He does. He's put it wide. He's offside in the end. What a ball it was from King Kazu. That's what I said we need from him. We just need those little ones over the top. Just a little ball in. And that's the type of football we need to play, with him in the middle, him in the hole. And it will work out. We're going to go to the second period of extra time, and if it goes to a penalty shootout, well, we've gone the distance with a good J1 team. I must say, they are like mid-table, I believe. Here's King Kazu standing over a free kick. He just puts it over. You thought for a second, you did think for a second that he might have just gone and put that in. Both of our former players, by the way, playing for this Kashima team, Thales and Casper Junkers. He is playing quite a lot of games for them, but not putting up the numbers they probably would have expected from him. They should have stayed with me, but we've found to play in Nakashima, who is very, very good. But it might be Yamada. He might be through here. It's a long ball over the top, and it's not going to fall to the path of Yamada, but we can go and put up a bit of pressure. Moira, Morishima, Maeda, can they create something, or will we have to look to the defence to save us here? It's a ball over the top. The shot goes in. There's an offside, and it's straight over the bar. We look set to go to a penalty shootout here in this game, the final moments, and we are going to a penalty shootout. Let's go and see what we can do. King Kazu, this is where we need him, look at his technicals, really, really good. We'll go and do those, stay calm, stay focused. I don't know why I said good luck. We're going to need it out there. This is fair game, even ground. We have a very, very good goalkeeper in Fujita in the net, so let's see what you can go and do. The first penalty just goes past Fujita in the net. They do go 1-0 up here. It's going to be Igawa who steps up the left back for us. He's been playing centre back and left back. What can he do with his penalty? Will he dispose of it? He steps up, and that's a lovely penalty, the same way as the first one, and he puts it into the back of the net with some force. Fujita come up with the save here, and up next we have Juan Milan, I believe. We'll have to see. The next penalty for Shonan is gone into the bottom right corner. Fujita stood no chance with that one there. It's going to be Milan who steps up here to take the second penalty for Nagoya. Are we about to pull off a shock here, or will it be heartbreak at the penalty shootout? And Milan hits the post. He does hit the post. We are at the end of the Nagoya fans. I don't know why there's been such a delay. Maybe they've only just seen the Shonan fans. I mean, look at that stand there. Look at this stand here, and then look at ours. We've filled out our away capacity. This penalty for Shonan is sent the wrong way, and now we need King Kazu, the player who's got us to this point, to score his penalty. I think he can. He's got the ability to, but we really need him to put it away if we want hope of staying alive here in this penalty shootout. King Kazu, it was never in doubt, was it? He just steps up, didn't even need a run up. 57 years of age, why wouldn't he score in a penalty shootout? The next chance here for Shonan, we need a save sooner rather than later. It's sent the wrong way, and we do have to score our penalty here. The pressure's on for the next taker. Who is it going to be? Is it going to be Yamada? I believe Yamada has just taken for Shonan, Yamada. Who is it going to be? Who will step up? We'll see here. It is going to be Maeda who steps up, the right winger for us. Technicals are there, but can he put it away? We'll have to see. The nerves are going to be running through him at the moment. Let's go and have a look. The penalty is put into the top corner, and now if we save this penalty, we score our next one, we are still alive here. Let's go and take a look. It always seems when we lose shootouts, it's that second penalty that we do go on and miss, and that changes, and we go on and lose. The second penalty we miss, we go on and lose. Can we change our fortunes here in this shootout? Fujita against the Shonan player. What will happen here? Will we keep ourselves alive? Potentially the final penalty, and it does go in to the back of the net. It's not meant to be here. Against J1 opposition, we gave them a very good game, but unfortunately we crash out on penalties. So the team for this game against Nagasaki, arguably the bigger one that we have, like the bigger game, you can see the effect that those 120 minutes have had. We can't do much, but the team starts with Fujita in goal, backline of Igawa, Fuji, Tatsuta and Auto, Yoshida, Milan, Moira in the middle. We've got Morishima on the left, Maeda on the right, and Nakashima up top. Kick-off here in this game against Nagasaki is going to be a massive one, you know. It's first versus second. It's as simple as we get a result, we go 5 points clear, and that J2 title, which I don't think we've actually been first all season. This is the first time I think we've been first ever. And, you know, Iwata have not had a very good season by the looks of it. It's been very underwhelming. It's Nagasaki who are the ones to watch. Only one team gets relegated from J2, or J1 I should say, down, let me get my words out, down to J2. And obviously this Nagoya team was the only one, so I don't know, Nagasaki must have been building a really good team for the last few years. I don't know, is it top 4 or top 6? So the top 2 get up, and then I don't know how that would work though, because wouldn't the league just be like growing all the time? So we've got first and second, and then we've got the winner of playoffs, I assume. So 3 teams go up and 1 get relegated. I don't know how that works. I don't know. I really don't. But I guess it does. It must do. But the only team who got relegated was Nagoya, and that's how it went down really. But I don't know. Yeah, this Nagasaki team must have been built for quite some time. We have got a team that's on the ropes at the moment. We couldn't make like a lot of changes, as we said, and now we find ourselves in a bit of a tough situation. If we need to adapt the formation, I mean, we've got Yamada on the bench, for example, who we can bring on. I'm particularly looking at the likes of Milan, Maeda, who are struggling with their kind of physicals. If we can go and change the formation around a little bit in order to help them, then we will. We've got a tough game here. It will be a tough game against this Nagasaki team. Hopefully it's not a bit of a battering, just because we do have that tired team. That game where we lost like 4-3 recently, that was because we did have quite the tired team. So hopefully it's not something similar here away from home against a very good team. As we've clearly seen, we need to manage this game well. Here's Fuji on the ball. He plays it into Yoshida. Can he find Nakashima in behind? He does, and that is 1-1 here against who is it we're playing against? It was I can't remember now, because it's just so many ends we're having to deal with. We've got Nakashima who scored, Nagasaki we're playing against, and we are Nagoya Grampus, and we don't draw this game. It's a disallowed goal. I thought it was on time. I mean, the referee or the linesman didn't put up for anything straight away, so I don't know what's going on there. Here's Fuji on the ball, Milan, Yoshida, lovely bit of play that, but it doesn't fall to King Kazu in the end as Nagasaki come in the attack. There's another ball in behind, and the shot does go in. 2-0 here in this game for Nagasaki, and in those big games we have struggled against Iwata, against Nagasaki we've struggled. We're going to have a lot to do in this second half if we want to come away with a result. Let's go and have a look what we can do at half time. We have been poor. There's no denying it. We've committed a lot into that Emperor's Cup game. We've not even come away with the result, and it's disappointing. It is disappointing if this is what we come away with in the episode. If we'd have lost that game and then won this one, I would have been it. I think that's a good day's work. But the fact we got so close, I mean, we put our efforts into it, and I guess you can't always come away, but it's just a bit frustrating when I guess guess our big focus is on the league, and it will be now, obviously, because we're out of the cup. And, you know, just because the Nagasaki game has come right after it and we don't have a rested team, it is a bit frustrating. We'll have to see what we can do in this second half. Here's Tatsuta. Can he go and play it for what he does? Over the top into Morishima. Can he flick it on? He's not able to. Who's going to get on the end of this? It's in to the Nagasaki players. We don't want to let them get 3-0 up before half time. One of their players already on for a hat trick down this left side. It's a ball into the middle. We've got the shape. The shape is there, but we've just not been able to win that ball back. And a shot does hit the crossbar. It's over to half time to see what we can do. The only real change I'm seeing here is to go to striker, or I don't even know. What do we do? I think it's a tough one. I think we might have to go. It might be a bit of head loss, but a bit of a narrow formation. I think it might have to be a bit of a narrow formation. I think you've got to just let me do the vision, let the vision land. I think we bring Maeda off for Yamada. Morishima can be a bit more of a kind of a Mazala role. We'll put him on the attack role as well. And then I don't know what is there an issue with this formation? I think it works out well. It does work out well there, as you can see. It's narrow. We've used a narrow formation before with where was it? We used it. We won the Europa League with Las Palmas with this formation, where it was Tom and who was it? It was Tom, and then it was Ben Musa was playing there, I believe. Who was it by the end who was playing there? Iran was up there. We had a few players in that team. We only spent 5 years there, which is why it's probably why we forget who was in that team. But it all worked out in the end, and we came away with that result. Who paired Tom? I definitely think someone paired, but I don't know if it was Ben Musa or not. It won't matter. It is a hat trick for this Nagasaki player, and we have been outclassed. On the day, we've been outclassed by this Nagasaki team. We've come away, and it's not been a good display. It's not been a good display. A bit of mismanagement on my half, but it's not good. We go 1 point behind, 4 points clear of Yamagata. I think we have one more game against them, but it's been a disappointing day to say the least. We can only get, I guess, consolations now to ease the burden of this result. It's a tough one. It is a tough one to take, but I guess we didn't prepare well. We made our mistakes. We should have had the more squad depth. I've never been one to have a lot of squad depth, and now look how it's caught up to us. It's been usually not having squad depth has been favourable for us, but I guess not on this occasion. We find ourselves 4-0 down. I think it's been a lengthy enough of an episode. We don't want to embarrass ourselves anymore. Not been a good day. So in the end, it was not a good day. Not a good day for us. King Kazu did get a consolation goal, but it was a tough one. A tough one to take, but at the end of the day, we just have to move forward and see if we can get that J2 title. It will happen. The final day of our J2 season in tomorrow's episode. So once again, thank you for watching. If you did enjoy that video, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe. I'll leave you with the slow tune, and I'll see you again tomorrow for the final day of the J2 season. Thank you. Bye bye.